Hey, before we get started with this video, I realized while editing that I forgot to issue a massive, gigantic spoiler warning for this video. We're going to be breaking down this episode in its entirety, every little bit, so if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it. I'll also make references to other things that have already happened in the Wano arc, so if you're not caught up on Wano, please go do so now. Yeah, spoiler warning. I'll give you another few seconds here. Turn off the video if you haven't. Massive spoilers ahead. Last chance. This is your final warning. Wee woo spoilers. Alright, let's get into the video. 2023 has been the year of One Piece. The manga has been on absolute fire, with Oda slinging some of the best chapters ever to start off the final saga. Meanwhile, the anime is rapidly speeding towards the conclusion of Wano and bringing with it some of the best animated fights not only for the series, but for anime in general. Sanji vs. Queen, Zoro vs. King, and a multitude of smaller set-piece episodes building up to these epic moments, including the topic of today's video, the insane conclusion to Kid and Law's fight with Big Mom. Now, I'm new to this whole anime video essay thing, but watching this episode live with my brother and co-producer of this video, shout out, I knew I had to talk about it. Headed by first-time One Piece director Henry D. Thurlow, 1066 plays out like a mini-movie featuring the strongest direction, visual storytelling, and use of score that One Piece has ever seen. It takes the source material and expands in all the right places to take full advantage of the massive scale of Wano's biggest battles, and today we're going to break down every brilliant moment, so buckle in and let's defeat a Yonko together. So to set up where we are going, we need to know where we last left off. 1065 ended with a massive swing of momentum. Big Mom thought she'd taken the dub and was heading to the rooftop to help Kaido finish off Luffy, but Law was not going to let that slide. He activated his Shikai ability Shinso and skewered Big Mom before she could escape, giving Kid enough time to assemble his new Lego Mega Build and just absolutely run Big Mom over. Admittedly, does this look goofy with the 2D and 3D animation clashing? Yeah, but please, just wait. They do make this look better going forward. Anyways, Big Mom gets decked, and the episode ends with Kid and Law on top and in control of the battlefield, proclaiming that Big Mom will not get to the rooftop. This is pretty great, right? Kid and Law in control. Big Mom hurt. That means we should be starting out from this point, right? I mean, based on the source material, the next manga chapter does just that. But how do we open 1066? Yeah, not quite the follow-up to the triumphant ending from last episode, huh? And I absolutely love it. This 2-minute cold open does so much with so little. Like, why is Kid hiding in the corner? Why is he literally drowning in a pool of his own blood? Yes, I know the color is weird here, but it is blood. Where is Law? Where is Big Mom? What the hell Gundam is Kid assembling on his arm? And the framing of these shots, the deafening silence, the faint sounds of battle in the background, which reminds me of like a war movie, where the main character has just survived the shelling, and he can't hear anyone, but you still feel the boom, the bass of the battle around him. And on top of that, these black and white charcoal painting-esque frames of Kid's journey to this point. Everything he's done, sacrificed, the battles, the killings, the tough times, all of it to position himself as a player in this pirate underworld. How it all came literally crashing down on his head when Kaido fell from the sky. All of that culminating in this, his one chance to knock off a Yonko. to disrupt the power structure of the whole pirate world. Everything he's done now is meaningless if he doesn't finish this with Law, and then we hear it. I shouldn't have to explain to you at all why this is so maddeningly good, because it's all so self-evident. For one, it's a total subversion of expectations following the last episode. For two, it exemplifies one of One Piece's greatest aspects. See, Kid is an over-the-top, ridiculous, one-note character. He's all fire and bluster, yelling, swashbuckling, and pontificating through this world. He truly epitomizes that small fish in a big pond. He wants to be on the level of the big fish around him, the people who dominate the ecosystem, and constantly fights against the things that would hold him back from his ambitions. All of this means that we rarely see Kid not in the burn it all down mood that characterizes him. But Oda, time and time again, finds moments to humanize these larger-than-life personalities. One Piece itself is a world filled with personas that are so big, so over the top, that we can't possibly identify with them on a surface level. And then bit by bit, Oda opens up just how wonderfully human, relatable, and real each and every character can be at times. Kid here is beaten, exhausted, pushed beyond his limits. He probably wants nothing more than for this to be over and done with. But deep down, he can't let down his crew. He can't let down the people who believe in him and his ability to make his name in this world. So Kid puts everything he has into this last attack, waiting for Law to give him the opening they need to finish off Big Mom, once and for all. And then boom, we get a title card. Whew. Already, there's just so much good going on. So the bait has been set. We know where this episode is going to end, but we need to know now how we get there. And firstly, we gotta check in with some remaining battles left elsewhere on Onigashima. We see Yamamoto absolutely at the end of his rope in the basement, fighting the blob hate fire monster, doing everything he can to stop the island from getting Oppenheimered mid-flight. From here, we cut to where the source material for this episode, chapter 1039 in the manga, starts, with Momo still trying to stop Onigashima from falling onto the flower capital. In the manga, all we get is a short bit of Momo straining, but eventually managing to reverse the momentum of the island for the first time. However, I think the anime expands this in a really great way. We get this extended flashback sequence of all the people who helped Momonosuke get to this point. Kinemon and the Retainers' insane fight against Kaido, the crazy combo attack between Yamamoto and Luffy when Momo got us back to the rooftop. Is this technically filler? Sure, but these flashbacks are a great practical way to remind Momonosuke he can't let these people down. He has to persevere. You know, kind of similar to how Kid had his flashbacks just before that. You know, it's kind of like we're telling a story here. You know, you gotta pay attention. And the music. This is one of the best individual scores in One Piece I've ever heard. It's simply fantastic. It builds, it's got this amazing crescendo. It just inspires belief. It makes you hopeful. It just fills you with the sense that we can overcome these odds. Meanwhile, we cut to the rooftop, and Kaido and Luffy have devolved to just beating the ever-loving piss out of each other. Just straight mink, 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 mink. Blood everywhere. Just throwing blows. Before we go back to Momo's perspective, and we get this fun Dragon Ball reference with this flashback showing Odin, Toki, his sister Hiyori. It's very cute, and all this culminates in Momo reversing the momentum of the island, as in the manga. But we're left with this auspicious last moment. Zunisha is calling out to Momonosuke. Something big is on the horizon. Ooh. We cut to the flower capital, and some of you may be wondering why no one in the flower capital ever looks up. Well, it's pretty simple. They live in a totalitarian dictatorship where they are forced to suppress their own culture and manufacture weapons for Kaido's war machine. They only get to drink alcohol once a year. Everyone in that city is absolutely plastered. And honestly, God bless them. Moving on. We head back to the performance hall, the main stage for this episode. We basically start following the source material pretty faithfully. We're picking up where the previous episode left off like we thought we would at the beginning. Big Mom down for the count. Big Bull on top. Kid, for some reason, has his freaking high beams on, but he is looking real cool. And then we get some great tomfoolery here, some very funny dialogue between Kid and Law. It all accompanies the insanely good character acting and animation in this episode. The facial animations, the body language, they all match the dialogue, and especially the tone at various points, and it really brings to life these dialogue-heavy moments between action pieces in a way that other episodes simply never do. Anyways, Big Mom hears these whippersnappers talking smack, and she ain't having it, using her limitless potential devil fruit to horrifyingly animate her bones to life to self-repair the damage. Just a side note, people want to downplay Big Mom, calling her big fraud and saying she's the weakest Yonko, and I don't know what show they are watching. Big Mom takes more and bigger hits than Kaido during Wano, and her attacks are varied and terrifying. She's by no means a pushover, and we see that in so much detail in this episode and elsewhere. Law lets Kid know that he's nearly out of chakra, so they gotta wrap this up, and they gotta get this fight over with ASAP. So Kid needs to prepare his ultimate final signature move to finish this off. We get 2 extended fight sequences here, one from Kid and one from Law. Both of them are just fantastic. The character work by Vincent Chanzard in this assign attack sequence is wonderful. And after that, Kid even goes full on Levi versus the Beast Titan here, duck, dip, diving under Big Mom to get in some powerful hits on top. All this leads to the setup for Law to come in with maybe my favorite bit of animation in the entire Wano arc thus far. This extended teleportation barrage by Law is just eye candy. The way he teleports around Big Mom, 1, shows just how absolutely massive Big Mom is in this fight, and 2, how overpowered Law's devil fruit actually is. At this point, fighting him is a goddamn nightmare, and big enemies, hell, all enemies, are at a disadvantage. It just looks so good, it's so clean. And after all that stuff, Big Mom still knocks them away and pulls out one of the sickest attacks in the entirety of One Piece. Mother's Visit Cannon, 3,000 Leagues of Mercy, summoning the literal spirit of her godmother, the original owner of her devil fruit, to lay fucking waste to the battlefield. I mean, guys, seriously, this is one of the most serious beatdowns in anime history. This big titty energy demon just starts hitting Kid with one after another, just dig, 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 dig. I mean, it gets to the point where we see the spectators elsewhere in the performance hall, and they all have the look on their face of, Jesus Christ, he's already dead, dude. What the hell? And then the crowd even gets hit because Big Mom believes in nothing but equality on the battlefield. Everyone's taking digs. The fact that Kid survives this is incredible. The anime made this attack so much more brutal, so much bigger than the manga, and I love it. Someone needs to hand Kid a cigarette because he's doing his best impression of Sanji after taking an Enel lightning shot, and Big Mom rears up to give him the old smack it to the afterlife when Law does this.
Tacto.
God, I love this show. It's everything about this show is just peak. Just One Piece, chef's kiss, perfection. The look on this cheeky bastard's face when he drops the hammer on Big Mom is priceless. And then Law goes in for his final crescendo, sending his blade all the way through Onigashima to the depths of Wano, all the way to the lava at the core of the earth in one final move, setting up for his final attack, but only after eating a literal barrage of knuckle sandwiches from Big Mom, because Kid can't be the only one to get absolutely rocked in this fight. Anyways, after also getting beat to within an inch of consciousness, Law hits us with his coolest move yet. Puncture Willie. Pause. Literally blowing the back out of Big Mom, Onigashima, and Wano. Pause! And finally, we find ourselves right back where we started. Where's Kid? Can Law survive? Will Big Mom fall into the hole? And right as Law is about to get taken out by Misery, we get our payoff set up all the way back at the beginning of the episode. Is this finally enough? The second major blow to the power structure of the pirate world since the death of Whitebeard. Can 3 captains of the worst generation come together and stop 2 legends, 2 Yonko, 2 monsters? Who knows? All Kid and Law know, though, is that they will sacrifice everything to make sure that Big Mom and Kaido's reign ends here. The team behind 1066, led by first-time director Henry D. Thurlow, managed to take what is only 16 pages max of manga material and turn it into one of the best uncut segments in One Piece history. Almost 13 minutes of raw, uncut, uncensored action, not including that cold open expanding the fight in the best way possible. So much care and time went into making each moment as maximally effective as could be. From Kid and Law both getting independent sequences to scrap with Big Mom, to the absolute height of animation that was 3,000 Leagues of Misery, all ending in one of the best closers in One Piece history with Kid's damned punk. This episode plays out like a mini movie, with some of the best scene direction, scoring, and sequencing not just for One Piece, but for anime this year period. Easily on the caliber of Zoro vs. King, Sanji vs. Queen, 1066 will go down as just another notch in Toei's holster for absolute peak Wano episodes, as we speed ever closer to the biggest reveal One Piece has ever seen. For now. Hey guys, my name is Jack. You can also call me Lionhearts. I have been your host tonight through this incredible journey through my favorite episode of One Piece to date. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you watched the entire video, make sure you leave a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel as it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Let me know your guys' thoughts about One Piece 1066 and what you're looking forward to most going forward in both the manga and the anime. One Piece came into my life at a time when I absolutely needed it. It is an absolute peak. If you're on the fence about watching the show and you watch this whole video, please do yourself a favor, watch the anime, read the manga. It's worth it. This is one of the best written fictions I've ever had the grace of being involved with, and I'm super happy that I was able to cover it on my channel for the first time. I'm hoping to do more videos like this in the future on other anime and stuff that's more relevant to me. I've been doing the whole YouTube thing for a while at various points, off and on, doing gaming stuff. I've done interviews, I've done other things, worked for other channels. But I just want to get to the point now where I'm creating stuff that is very valuable to me. And talk about stuff like this, well, this is what I think about all the time. I was just talking about this episode casually with my brother, and that was the inspiration to write this video. Thank you to Justin, my brother, Jesse, my oldest brother, for helping me with this video. They proofread the script, they went over it with me, they helped me have the confidence to make this happen. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon with hopefully a new video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. And yeah, One Piece is peak.